అతిపెద్ద షాపింగ్ ప్రపంచం సిఎంఆర్ మన నిజామాబాద్ లో రాంపోతినేని గారిచే సెప్టెంబర్ 27న గొప్ప ప్రారంభం.
సో హైదరాబాద్ అంటే చాలా చాలా స్పెషల్ అని చెప్పారు కదా ఉపి గారికి మీకు ఎందుకు స్పెషల్ అంటే ఏం చెప్తారు?
Special means because I told you I met Upi there.
My love story start అయింది
అక్కడ. Well, complete love story developed somewhere else, but I met Upi there in Hyderabad. He was shooting with Sangvi Garu and song sequence, and he was casting for Ra, and one of my friend who's a model coordinator, she wanted to meet him. I just went with her, and then I was not so well. So she said, you come with me. And then he saw me and he said, are you working? I said, yeah, I am doing a film. He said, can I see your photos? So that's how Ra happened. And, honestly, I was very scared because, again, another very big, star to work with in your second film. And, the producer showed me Upendra and and all his movies and said, this is our heroes,
What's your first reaction after watching his movies? You can tell me.
I was so scared because, it was like, he was this huge, like a volcano on screen. And I was like, how will I match this being new, language, new, actor is so huge. Plus, he's a very tough role. It was like a tit for tat kind of role, the film. So, yeah, but I took it on as a challenge and I thought it's such a good opportunity to learn. So,
నిజంగా ఉపేంద్ర గారి మూవీస్ తెలుగులో చూస్తుంటే మాకే భయం వేస్తుంటుంది. చాలా న్యాచురల్ గా ఉంటుంది.
Yeah, and
He's
also
fighting.
cult concept. It was like a cult concept at that time, I think. New concepts and very bold, like very filterless and stuff. So
మీకు భయం వేసింది అప్పుడు?
భయం means కష్టం, చాలా కష్టం.
రియల్ లైఫ్ లో కూడా ఇలానే ఉంటారా?
Because కొంచెం tumba, how do you say it, chala, it was like very alive and bold and very lot of action in the film, very it wasn't a soft role, very physically interactive role, and because there were fights where I push him, he pushes me. First of all, dialogue like fighting irko, and like all those kind of things were there. And him being such a big star and me being a newcomer, to match that on screen was very tough for me. I had to practice. My mom became friends with him, but in the shoot I hardly spoke to him because I was very involved in the film. Yeah.
Tell me one funny moment in the Ra movie. Ra sets.
There were so many, but one was we were shooting in this what do you call that, koche, that mud kind of pit that they made. There's an action sequence between me and Upi, and finally he pushes me or I fall into that mud. Or no, sorry, he falls in and I save him, something like that.
Okay.
So both of us fell in and it was one thing. So, that was when we broke the ice. Before that, I wasn't talking to him that much.
Okay.
And I think that scene sort of broke the ice. So both of us fell into that mud and, we were covering completely in that wet mud. So, after that, we started talking. Apart from that, there were many sequences, I think, where, they were all interesting sequences. But it was an intense film. So, it wasn't a very light film. It was very intense. So, most of the time we were very like, we were fighting with each other, long dialogues, monologues. So, I was learning most of the time.
So Ra tarvate మీ లవ్ స్టోరీ స్టార్ట్ అయింది.
Yeah, Ra tarvata we did H2O.
Okay.
So, H2O we spent 1 year together.
Okay.
So, that was when I got to know him properly. That's when but Ra we were friends.
First propose చేసింది ఎవరు?
Upendra Garu. He proposed to me in Bombay. We were, I think Ra was about not that long, about 4 or 5 months, I think, shooting. I can't remember.
But సార్ ఇంటర్వ్యూలో చెప్పారు మీరు ఫస్ట్ ప్రపోజ్ చేశారు.
No, that's not true. I mean, he proposed to me for marriage. And even we were not, it wasn't like I was in Bombay and he was in here. He was in Bangalore and I was shooting in Hindi and Tamil. He was doing his own work. It sort of just happened. When we did H2O, we started liking each other. I used to miss him. We used to talk for many hours on the phone. And then he was getting ready to get married. And so then, he asked me, would you marry me? And so it happened like that.
Oh.
Yeah.
So వాళ్ళ parents' reaction ఏంటి?
Parents were a little shocked initially. My mom
But
knew.
you were from West Bengal.
Yes.
You don't know Kannada.
No.
Even they don't know Hindi
on
and
top of that,
English.
yeah. And then they are a very conservative Brahmin, South Indian
okay.
family. We are Bengali Brahmins. But I was brought up in the US. So I was in
US and Singapore.
US and Singapore, correct.
Okay.
Say, wow, you know so much already. So sweet. So yeah, but then I knew I wanted to be with him. So, I was clear in my mind that somehow we'll make it work. Honestly, no marriage is easy, you know that. And intercultural, there's a lot of adjustment with food, language you have to learn, family adjustments.
Even you both are into industry.
And
Yeah.
my mom is in Calcutta, my dad was in Calcutta, so that they're far away from me. It's 3 hours from here. So that was a little difficult initially. I used to miss my family, but then his family are very sweet. They gave me time and I learned. I slowly started getting back into work, so it worked out.
Okay.